everybody, paradiddles. We learn these rudiments, but we also want to find functioning uses for them. So today this is not a beat, and this is not something we're going to groove on, and we're not going to make this super practical, but it is absolutely something that you can use, as well as a great exercise to get you comfortable to move around the kit and learn different variations. So the paradiddle in its own right, there are a couple different ways that you can view this. Very often, it's looked at as right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Saying para actually means your singles, your right, left. And diddle means a double, so diddle means you double up. And by doing this, single, single, double is another way to view that, okay? So there's very few, not a few different ways, but there's some options, but there's not a ton of options. No matter what way you look at it, it does have this alternating kind of feel. So we play these singles, or these para, right, or the right, left, and we end up on a double. And by that double, it allows us to start the next set with your opposite hand. So if you start with your right hand, the next group of four will be your left hand. You start with your left hand, next group of four will go with your right hand. Okay, so that's the premise of paradiddles. And if you didn't know that, now you do. All right? So what we're doing here is we're kind of looking at different ways to practice it. So one thing typically we want to start with is either a practice pad or a snare drum, and just learning the control with that. But now that we've learned our paradiddle and we spent a lot of time learning it, what do we actually do with it? Well, a few different things that we can do is simply stay on our snare drum, okay? And our natural inclination, we play this, is to accent the first of every four. We can take those accents and we can move them around the drum set, right? So I've got a floor tom right here and I've got a rack tom right here. My floor tom happens to be on the right side of my body. My rack tom, it's in the front of my body, but it's also somewhat on the left side of my body. And I could just go with that and say, okay, for the drum that's on my right side of the body, I'll use my right hand to lead. And then the one that's on my left hand, I'll use the left side. And that looks like this. And of course, I can do both up here. I can do my right side, my left's in front of me. Or I can really move around the kit, right? I've got things all over the place. I can stand the snare drum for all the second, third, and fourth note in there and play a kind of control. And those accents, that power, that starting stroke on each of my paradiddles, in each of those groups of four, I can move around the drum set. And something I can do to add a little foundation and bottom end to it is when I hit a cymbal, because they're thinner sounding in relation to the sound and tone of a tom. I can use my bass drum to kind of fatten up that sound. So here, that's a little thuddier and warmer and fuller, but here, that's a lot less. So I can use the bass drum underneath that and add some depth to that. Same thing with my left hand on the hi-hat over here. All right, and this is a great way to start, your paradiddles and move around the drum set. So I can just play again. I'm gonna stay focused with the second, third, and fourth note quieter over here, but those accents to start each paradiddle, I'm gonna move around the kit a little bit. We'll play it nice and slow. You can kind of get the feel for that. Obviously, I can build the speed up on that. Notice how there I kind of let the bass drum guide it and be a kind of pulse to go under it, but you can do whatever you want with it, have a little fun with it. All right. The next step is obviously to move everything, not just your leading hands, around the drum set, right? So instead of always being on the snare drum with that second, third, fourth note, I can move it around the kit. So I can do this, and I can actually start to move those other hands as well. Really starts with just some experimenting, playing it slow, and kind of getting the feel for it. And of course, making sure that you are, in fact, playing paradiddles. You mess up, that's okay. Take a little pause, get back at it, right? So we start with leading just our right hand, and then we move our other hands. I would suggest, though, kind of keeping it simple, just start with maybe one drum, right? Maybe even just do this. And then switch your hands. So we still got that snare drum as a basis. Or you can even reverse what we did, right? You can, instead of keeping here on the snare drum and leading to the toms, you can actually stay on the toms and lead to the snare drum. What's really cool is because toms are pitched and there's kind of some flow to it, you can be very musical when you do this stuff. So when we learn paradiddles, it is a foundational skill that really teaches us control, among all the other rudiments. But by utilizing them more in what we do, it kind of gives more purpose, and then it's more meaningful to us. So when you're learning paradiddles, have some fun with it, explore. Not everything needs to be for the gig, for the job, for the work. Don't forget, we all got into drumming because it's fun and it's exciting, and sometimes we learn something or we just see something that's inspiring. Make that this. Enjoy it, mess around with it, and have fun. And then eventually, you can do grooves with it. You can play different stuff with it. But just have fun with it. That's the foremost important thing. Have fun. The paradiddle. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Paradiddle, paradiddle. View it whatever way you want, but just do it and have fun with it. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.